Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Monday, January 13th, 2025. Please understand that I'm going to need to speak carefully in this video because some of the platforms that my videos go on aren't as welcoming of an open exchange of information as others are. The ones that are, by the way, seem to be Rumble and BitChute and Truth Social. I've had no problems with those platforms, or X. I haven't had problems with X, but you can see who I've left off the list probably. So I did a read about a week ago when the fog was going through that there were particles in it. It was a particle fog. And apparently there's been some testing done from some of those fog particles that's rather interesting, if at the minimum, concerning at the most, about what was in that fog because we wondered what it was, and the answers do seem to be coming out. And knowing that information may give you a chance to make some protocol and health related decisions. I'm going to take you to a share screen, which will take you over to my X account. I've got three or four different tweets. They are loosely related. And then we're going to just ask the universe for some information about this news and data that's coming out and little advice and insights while we're at it. Okay. So let me take you there to the X account that's in the name of Laura's View and Tarot 2. Okay, I want to start here. This poster reposted this, and I couldn't find the original on X, so it must be from one of the other social media platforms. WR Shock QBD has some information here that says the chemical fog was saturated with trillions, pardon me, of parasites. Okay, that the Serratia marcescens bacteria, I'm just butchering that. I know I'm using my phonics skills. I'm doing the best I can. Are parasites. They're bacteriophages, phages, and pathogens. Anyway, so now you have it, friends. They dumped millions of tons of biological warfare on us again, apparently. That's his opinion, and he has some information here from testing that was done out of the fog that was experienced in Naples, Florida. And I'm going to um, show you. Here's some of the things that this particular bacteria can contribute to, can cause. UTIs, bloodstream infections, pneumonia, ocular infections, respiratory tract infections, meningitis, wound infections, and osteomyelitis. So there seems to be from independent labs some information out there that particle fog, some of the particles, a great deal of them, were microscopic parasitic organisms. Now, it's interesting because after that news came out, Matt Gaetz went on major television and spoke about how to get good American-made a protocol that starts with IV. Okay? And his source is real. It's not one I've used, but his source is real. I've used Frontline Doctors for my particular prescription. Then Tucker Carlson has been talking about the benefits of nicotine. Now, not the uh, not the cigarette type with all the chemicals in it, but the fact that nicotine itself is has some benefits for you. That it clears your mind, it elevates your mood, it does some great things. He talks about that. And it's interesting because there's such a stranglehold on the tobacco market. You cannot easily get tobacco products that don't have chemicals laced throughout them. And something to think about there. I know that during the pandemic, there was people were startled to see that smokers didn't get the pandemic issues nearly as much as they were expected to. That you would think that if smoking is so bad that there would be that they would have been very much at risk, and that wasn't the case. They almost seemed to be have some resistance that the rest of us friends didn't have. Then a little more information about the fact that nicotine is, according to, again, W.R. Shaw, QBD, that it can be an anti-parasitic and cleanse the body. Again, not talking about the benefits of smoking per se, but the element known as nicotine, that it can be beneficial. Okay, so those are the three things I wanted to bring to your attention. That apparently some independent labs have done testing of the residue of that fog and found microscopic parasitic organisms. And it's interesting to me that some well-known, nationally known people have come forward then. Matt Gaetz talking about how to get here in the United States where it's not quite easy to get a prescription for certain protocols. He gave information on how to get it. And then people are speaking out again about the anti-parasitic value of nicotine. So it seems like I want to ask the universe about this whole issue here. First of all, we're going to have a yes or no element to this question. I'm going to ask, is there truth in the information coming out that parasites have been deliberately administered recently to the American population in the fog, plus insights and information on dealing with the situation, if so? Let's find out what the universe wants us to know. I'm going to switch the camera, work with the cards, and you can watch me every step of the way, and we'll find out together what this answer is. Okay, again, our question is with a yes or no element, is there truth to this information coming out that analysis of that particle fog has indicated that there was lots of inclusion of parasitic organisms and insights and information on dealing with the situation, if so? Now remember, as I read, I use upright card style. Aces are always a hard yes on a yes or no question, but there's elements of the cards that can indicate a positive response even without an ace. Sometimes we've gotten multiple aces. It was very emphatic. That was kind of interesting. I love to see what the universe wants to share with us. Let's find out in this situation and with this question. Okay, our first card is the Page of Wands. Then we have the Moon, Four of Swords, Six of Pentacles, the Empress, another six with the Six of Cups, and then the Eight of Swords. So let's talk about what I'm getting intuitively from this. Again, at this point, I will pull more cards to see, but at this point, we don't have an ace with a hard yes. But we do have the fact that that fog was deadly. Absolutely. Now, in my read, if you remember that first time, I got that there would not be necessarily lasting harm. So the intent is there, but it seems to me that what we're getting via the white hats is information on how to mitigate and remove the lasting harm intent that was in that particle fog. Now, the recent past is telling us that there's some information that's not going to be shared at this time. It may be about some technologies that are coming down the pike or going to be announced or what have you. The Six of Pentacles is our current situation here. So we've been given enough information. This is a card of generosity. We are being given information that can help us make some decisions about dealing with the possible uptake of those microscopic organisms if you were in an area that was subjected to that very smelly chemical type of fog. So the information seems to be valid. We're getting a thumbs up on that and a thumbs up on the fact that while our mainstream health professionals don't often endorse or even inform us about the value of parasitic cleansing. It is something, the information is out there. You may be wise to pursue it. Let's look at the near future, what's going on here. We've got, this is good. This again kind of negates the intent here, just saying that this information is going to be spread far and wide, and people are going to act on it in enough numbers that it is going to totally remove the efficacy of what was hoped to the outcome hoped for in that particle fog. The we're going to be very happy that we're going to be able to reconcile our health and our well-being with these protocols that are out there. Now, I'm not going to specify one because, first of all, I'm not a medical professional. Second of all, it's up to you to work with either your health professionals or do your own research and make your own informed decision. But it does look like there'd be some value. One of the reasons I think that we're getting the nod here that there's a little bit of waiting on some more information that's coming out the pike. This is, again, talking about just kind of a pause, a waiting for something. So, and it may be that there is a delay element to what was administered in that fog so that we can take action before it actually gets hold and becomes an issue in our health systems. And I would hope that that is the case. Let's get a few more cards and see what's going on. But again, yeah, there was deadly intent with that particle fog. But remember, my first read said lasting harm was going to be, almost nothing to worry about. And I think it's because of the information that's coming out now so that we know how to take some action and be in charge of our own health decisions and healthcare decisions. We have the Ten of Wands, High Priestess. Interesting. This always talks about some information not quite ready to come out. This card always talks about there's some information that actually we could access if we're willing to. It's so close to coming to the surface. So interesting. Those kind of work together to say, but wait, there's more. Then we have the Three of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. So again, deadly intent, but not necessarily deadly results because we've got major players coming out and talking about how to take charge of your health personally and make some decisions that can remove any of the harmful intent. So let's recap. The purpose of this video almost became a revisit of that parasitic, particle fog that was last week because some information out of independent labs that have analyzed it have said that it was a very big microscopic parasitic element to that fog. And so we did some sleuthing with the tarot and asked, is that true? And then additional insights and information. Well, first of all, yeah, there was definitely deadly intent that was planned. Absolutely deadly intent that was planned. But what we're getting told is that we have had enough via the white hats. And this is my informal white hat card because it's the one card that actually has a white hat. We've been given enough information to nullify that harmful intent if we were in an area that dealt with particle fog. The near future looks really bright and rosy for us because we've got the Empress showing up, and she is about life, new life, health. So kind of like never fear, you have what you need. There's an indication that there's some more information that's going to be coming down the pike. Part of that is these three cards talk about some information that is close to being released, but enough has been via the generosity and the care and concern of our beautiful white hats, who, my lens, the white hats are multinational and they don't follow political boundaries. My white hats also include some benevolent, off-world energy as well as divine. So my faith system even comes into play on that. If your lens isn't that big, that's fine. You go with what you have. But for me, the white hats are much more than just a group of people. And more than that, much more. And we can all be white hats. That's a matter of intent and action to share a few memes and speak your truth. Okay, so it looks like, yes, there was harmful intent with that fog. It looks, the cards are confirming that there was deadly intent with it. And the information given us is that there's already enough information out there to totally remove any harmful aspects of that, and it doesn't matter. It's not a matter of waiting for Big Pharma to give us another injection option. It's taking charge of your health, doing your research, and if you're lucky enough to have a health professional who is willing to work with you on things like this, work with them. Use your best judgment. In any case, remember, I'm not a medical professional. But I'm also not a big fan of big pharma, so I do my research and kind of blend the two elements into my life as needed, and I hope you do too. So, again, we have a lot more very simple health options available to us than we're encouraged to know about, and it doesn't take much to find them. So, I'm on day 2 of a cleanse, but I do a monthly one anyway. So, and then a weekly one. So I'm a believer in this, folks. I really am. Now, I'm about to conclude the political current events portion of this video. I do have an afterword, and especially if you have ever booked a private tarot question with me, would you please stay around because I've got an opportunity for you to get a new read free of charge if you're willing to work with me. So I'll explain in the afterward. But that's it for this video as far as the current events element goes. And I thank you so much for your time, your attention, your willingness to broaden your perspective and consider some rather non-traditional sources for insights, for information, for just a different layer to how we view the world and get information from it. Good for you. Until next time, if you're willing to receive it, I send you love, light, and I wish for you everything bright. Now, if you stayed around, here's the thing. I would like to make a new short informational video about the fact that I do offer a limited type of tarot reading service for people. Since I've focused this on people that have booked a question with me in the past, I'm kind of targeting you because here's what I'd like to do. I think it would be good in my video to be able to show someone what I've provided for you for your $25 question so that they can see it's not just a short thing, that there's a lot of information that's included in our exchange. But I would need your permission to. So here's the thing. If you have ever paid me for $25 for a tarot question and I responded to it and it's a topic that you wouldn't mind people being able to read the reply you received, would you please email me and let me know? And the first one, if there's multiple offers, the first one is the one I'll go with because I just want to show one example and I want it to be a real life one, not something I conjure up on my own. So that's why I wanted to do that. And then if you hung around just out of curiosity because you haven't, on my Buy Me a Coffee account, which I usually have a link to that in almost every video, you can click on that and it shows you how to use that Buy Me a Coffee account to submit a personal tarot reading question to me. And I offer 2 forms of replies. One is just a written reply, which if I have your email account, I can send you a picture of the read. And then if you choose to do a $50 one, I do a video very similar to what we have with my current events videos. So where I'll do the read for you and then we'll come back and do a recap and talk about it like that. So I'd like to give an example, not of the video, but of the text replies people have gotten. So if you had a topic, because I've had some people ask about school choices or stable decisions for their horses or something, if you had a topic that you wouldn't mind being shared with others, your reply, please let me know. And I appreciate it so much. So hopefully somebody will come forward and say, yes, use me. And if you do, if you're that first person, I will give you an additional question at no charge. So you can submit another question absolutely free of charge. So we'll see who hears this and replies first. And when you see a new video going up kind of explaining what I've done in this afterward, I'll be able to include an example. That's my hope. So thank you so much for staying till the end. I appreciate you so much. And I hope you have a beautiful day or evening, whichever it is as you watch this. And remember, don't just hope for things to change, expect them to change, okay? Let's take hope out of the way. Hope is only a halfway step. Let's expect them. So picture the world we want it to be or the outcomes we want and just expect them. Make sure it's something you're very clear about wanting and Let's do this, guys. Let's help this world change. So until next time, if you're willing to receive it, and I'm sure everyone in the afterword is, I send you love, light, and I wish you everything bright. Bye.